Hi everyone, and welcome to this very first video blog of mine. I hope you'll enjoy it, and if you do, share it with your friends and family. In this very first video, the thing I want to talk about is something that's um, very close to my heart. It's something that I work with, and it's something that I see in a lot of my clients. And it's what I call probably one of the biggest mind fucks of the ego keeping us stuck. And that is the idea of trying to figure things out. When we hear a nudge from the universe, or we have our heart calling us to do something, very often what will happen is the ego will then storm in and say, that's an excellent idea, let's go ahead, let's do that. But first, we got to figure out where this is going to end. And that's where the shit hits the fan, because we can't. And it's a trap. And so what will happen, and I don't know if that's the case for you, but for me, what will happen is I will start to focus on the format. So for example, these videos that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, I've been trying to figure out, should there be an intro, should there be an outro, should there be music, should there be text going on, where should I put them, where should I film them, how should I film them, what should I use, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And what that's really done is it's kept me from just going ahead and shooting this. At the same time as there's sometimes a format thing going on, there's also an internal fear that comes up, but that is usually something that's in the lower levels. It's not something that we usually recognize straightforward or straight ahead. And that's the fear of, what will people think? What will people say? What will people do? What will happen? And that's connected to the drive for survival, the wanting to survive in this world, because in this world that we live in, or that we create, you want to stay safe. You don't want to die, or quote unquote, the ego does not want to die. And so in order to do that, it has to make sure that you stay in um, a safe environment. And if you start to step outside of those boundaries, the ego will kick in, and it will put up all the things that will keep you from doing the thing that you actually know in your heart that you're called to do. And if that is the case, if you feel your heart calling you to do something, and you notice yourself getting trapped in all of these shoulds or fears, then the way to work through it or around it is not by pushing it away. It's not by suppressing it. What you need to do is recognize that that's how you're feeling, and be okay with it, which can sometimes be really hard, because it's very frustrating not being able to express the things that you actually want to express, or that you have inside of you. But like I said, suppression will only lead to more frustration and irritation. And the thing for you to do is actually to do what I call love yourself through it. And whether that is through acceptance, or acknowledging, or gratitude, there are a million different ways. But if you're on the path of shaming yourself, blaming yourself because of the way it feels, because it feels like crap. And when you're not, when you choose the love way, the way of acknowledging yourself for actually feeling what you're feeling, that's the way through. It's what I called, I've never found a fancy word or term for it, but I call it love with love. It's when you've made the decision to live a life and a business based out of love, then you make that first step. The next step is then to apply love into anything and all things. Also, when you want to kick yourself in the head the most. So that's what I want to leave you with in this very first video, is that love with love. Make sure that once you've taken the first step, that you then reapply love into all of the areas or things that come up for you that normally would not be loving for you. Like you would get angry or mad at yourself, or you would have thoughts going on in your mind. Apply love to that, because that is the way out. You cannot fight fear with fear. You have to dissolve fear in light. And that is what I'm going to leave you with. Dissolve your fears in light. Namaste.